Good day, gamers! Welcome once again to another Game Master Dave's live show on Twitch or YouTube. You might see this later. So let's level up. Woo! Lots going on. First of all, if you live in Long Island, Saturday, April 9th will be the Long Island Tabletop Expo Gaming Convention. I'm in charge of board games. If you're interested in running some board games, please, hello, Ginger, that's Pop Clergy Squad there. If you're interested in running any board games there, I need to know ASAP if you want to be a game master. We're also looking for volunteers. You can find out more at, I think it's litabletop.com, if I'm not mistaken. I did something that was a lot of fun. My stepkid who lives in Colorado, they're an artist, and I sent them the board game Digs It, and then I made a learn how to play video. That's actually on my YouTube channel right now. So you can watch that. That was a lot of fun. So I did it as a surprise, and then I sent them an email. Once you open the gift, watch the learn how to play video. So that was great. Hey, Bill, nice to see you again. So we got Long Island Tabletop April 9. I've also been playing a ton of other games. I've been playing Stratomatic Baseball. I've been playing Advanced Civilization, the old Avalon Hill game, on a web portal. And I have been playing, what else? 2 games of Dominions 5. You've probably seen all the posts on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch for Dominions 5. I am running a late age game of Pythium. That's one of the civilizations, and that is a competitive game. And then I'm also running a middle-age game, which is a disciple game. That's a cooperative game. So give us a like, follow, subscribe, comment, suggestion, Dave at GameMasterGames.com, or in the comments either if you see this on Twitch or YouTube. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear what games you are interested in playing, or seeing me play, or helping me play. So just let me know. I also play a lot of games on Board Game Arena. We just played something recently. I'm trying to think of what it was. My friends taught me a brand new game, and I can't recall. So since the last time I did this show, we haven't done the show in a couple weeks just because we were not feeling so good, or we were busy with a bunch of other stuff. And I've started school at Empire State College again. I now have a class on warfare in the Western world. Last semester was World War I. These are all awesome for me. And Bill, who is chatting with us on Twitch right now, has also gone back to school. We are late schooler kind of people. So whatever. It's good. It's fun, and I'm learning a ton. I learned actually a lot about... I learned like 10 new things in reading just this week. And I'm a huge military strategy historian guy, and I just learned like 10 things this week. So, yes, you are smart, brave people, Ginger says. Thank you, honey. She's just in the other room. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about what the game we're talking about tonight. Now, Bill, actually, who's online right now, knows us too well. He knows me and Ginger, that means. He knows that Ginger and I play a lot of D&D, and we also, our friend Rich, who's not on yet, we actually played like half a scenario of Gloomhaven with him, probably like 2.5, 3 years ago now. So Bill, for my birthday, right? That was my birthday present. Got us Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion, and it's like D&D except in a board game. So I was a big fan of the Pathfinder Adventure card game. I've had a lot of fun with that, but I did notice some flaws in it. It was a little bit difficult because you try to. So the scenarios got almost too easy. I've heard that in later iterations of I had Rise of the Rune Lords that they made it more difficult, but I don't know. So the mechanics were really tough to teach. There was a ton of setup, and it wasn't so easy. So now we've only played 2 scenarios, Ginger and I, of Jaws of the Lion. We've had fun with both. There are a lot of rules. It's not easy to set up. I'll teach you how to play if you want to. Just email me at Dave at GameMasterGames.com. You can send me a note. Check out my website at GameMasterGames.com too. I don't know if I even know all the rules yet, because basically the one thing that's really good about Jaws of the Lion, I thought, was they teach you a bunch of rules, you play scenario 1. They teach you some more rules, you play scenario 2. And then it looks like they teach you more rules and they play scenario 3. I think the first 4 scenarios, unless I'm wrong, is almost like introductory scenarios, just teaching you all the rules. And then it goes to another scenario book, and then I think it really expands open. So here it is. It is Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. Yes. So now I just thought, we just played last night. There's a lot going on, a lot of pieces and crazy, and I was going to set this all up nice and neat for you for this presentation, but instead I said, let me show what a mess the game board is, because there's so many pieces and things going on. There's cards and tokens and standees, and there's the big boss we took down in scenario 2. We did lose the Voidwarden. I lost. I'm no longer. No, you are, because you just don't die in this game. You actually come right back. But the Voidwarden decided to run through this door right here, right into the middle, and got thwacked by arrows on both sides. And then we pulled some damage deck cards, and they really knocked that Voidwarden for a loop. But anyway, I will cover the basics over Gloomhaven. This is not a learn how to play video. It is just some of the basics and some of the stuff that some of the things about the game, so you can have at least a familiarization in case you decide to get it on your own. So here are the amazing things about Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion, and the other Gloomhaven games are very similar in this. Yes, let the enemies come to you, Bill says. Yes, well, we wanted to get in the room. So what's interesting, I'll talk about it, in another minute, but there's almost a time limit in the game. So you have to rush, because you lose cards as time goes on. You lose cards in your deck. And if you lose all the cards in your deck, basically every turn or every round, you lose a card. You only start with 6 cards in these early scenarios. Every time you go through the 6 cards as your actions, you lose a card. So eventually you're going to get down to 0 cards, and then basically your character can't do anything. So it's a very interesting mechanic. So we wanted to rush. Voidwarden was the last one to go in that round, and we wanted to at least get into this room. So that is what sort of happened. Yes, of course, we send the spellcaster into the room, right? Isn't that what we always do in Dungeons and Dragons? Send the person that is least skilled to go do the most difficult thing, or... Yes, Ginger's calling from the other room. I doubt you heard it, but she said that the Voidwarden killed all the other Vermlings earlier, so we basically sent her in. Anyway, bottom line is, look at this score, 8.7. Ginger and I like to say anything over 6.5 is a fantastic game. So Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion came out in 2020, 8.7. These numbers are also ridiculous. Out of more than 100,000 games on BoardGameGeek.com, it is rated number 6 overall. 6. That's nuts. In thematic, like I'm guessing dungeon exploring, role-playing game, board game types, number 4. And in strategy category, number 5. That's unbelievable. Vanquish monsters with strategic card play in a 25 scenario Gloomhaven campaign. Woo! You can play the solitaire. That is one of the things. Let's see what Ginger wrote here. Arg, my cutie bug character has limited movement. It was hard for him to get to the fight. And Pop Clargy Squad says, by the way, don't laugh at Cutie Bug's name. It's a transliteration, not a translation. In his language, Cutie Bug means Lord of Destruction and Bloody Teeth. Oh, my wife is a hoot. Anyway, it's 1 to 4 players. You can play this solitaire. So here's the interesting thing about this. There's basically 4 characters in there, and each one can do different things. Sort of has different skill sets in a way and different card abilities. You can play this game with only 2 characters if you want to. However, it's probably going to be a little bit more difficult, but they have ways to scale the game so that 2 players is not so bad. And I'm going to talk about probably 5 or 6 very, very unique things about this game that I've never seen before. They might exist in other games, but I've never seen them before. And here's how they scale it for different players. See these little things? A Vermling will show up in this spot in the scenario. But you see these 3 bars below the Vermling? Very interestingly enough, if you're playing 2 players, that's the top bar, or 2 characters, not necessarily players, because we are playing 2 players, but playing 2 characters each. So if you only have 2 characters, the top bar signifies that the Vermling is there or is not there. If it's colored in white, it's there. The second bar is if you have 3 characters, and the bottom bar is if you have 4 characters. So you'll see here, this Vermling is not here if you have 2 characters. Look, this Vermling is not here if you have 2 or 3 characters, okay? Now, you also notice that there's yellow here. So the white is basically a basic monster, and the yellow is an advanced monster. So in 2 characters, this is a basic monster. In 3 and 4 players, or characters, it's an advanced monster. Very, very interesting mechanic. Hey, Will. So you haven't had the chance. Do you own Gloomhaven, or do you have it online? Thanks for visiting, Will. Appreciate it. So we're just going over some of the basics. So it does scale. So you can play 1 to 4 characters. Now you could play 1 to 4 players. You could play 1 player and play all 4 characters. It would be a lot of stuff. You got a lot of cards and a lot of things for each character. So you need some space on the table. It's ages 14 and up. 30 to 120 minutes, that's for each scenario, okay? And the weight is 3.58 to 5. Now, that's pretty heavy, so it is quite rules intensive. The designer is Isaac Childress. The artists are here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce them. I'll butcher their names. And the main publisher, I guess, for the United States is Cephalophore Games. I don't even know if I got that right. This is their logo here. You can see them. I don't know what else they produce. I'm sure they produce a bunch of other stuff. Okay, so some of the unique things is, first of all, this is the map of Gloomhaven. So the scenario is taking place in a city. So that's pretty cool. And there is a storyline. The storyline is basically your characters are part of a mercenary guild, and there's some civilians gone missing. And so you're investigating them. But you're actually on your way back towards the city before, and you get ambushed, okay? I'm not going to give away too much of the story, and it's, we're trying to keep this video to somewhat of a length. But what's interesting is they have stickers. So it's just like almost like a living game, or what do they call it? A legacy game. That you have a board, and you have stickers. So you might sort of ruin your game a little bit by playing, because I think once you put the stickers on, they're stuck there. But I went and spent like $15, and I got a sticker set and a different board so that these are removable. So you can remove them if you want to. So you can completely play over from the beginning. But I've noticed though, even though you put these stickers on, once you play the game one time, even though you put the stickers on, I really don't think it matters too much. I think you can still have the stickers on there and just play it. But you will have revealed all the locations on the map. We only have 3 stickers on here. That's the first one, roadside ambush, and then a hole in the wall. And then the scenario we haven't done yet is the black ship. That's the scenario 3 that we're coming up to. So even though these things are on here, there's a lot of stickers. Check this out. Good golly, right? There's like all these stickers. So you're going to eventually put all these stickers on your map. But even if they're on there, I think the game is still replayable. Okay, so when I talked about advanced monsters and basic monsters, they have this little card for the Vermlings. And you can see here on the left is the basic monsters, and on the right is the advanced monsters. And you'll see here that there's... the basic monsters have 5 hit points, advanced is 10, 1 movement, and 2 hit. Now, this is a very interesting card that they developed, because you have these combat markers. If I do 2 points of damage on character, let's see, you can see here in this advanced monster, it's character number 5, right? Then I can put 2 damage markers on this 5 spaced as reminders. So it's very unique how they did this. Now, I'm assuming we run into Vermling Raiders later on that are much more difficult, because you'll see here, Vermling Raider level 1, Vermling Raider level 2. Look at the hit points and the movement and the damage difference. Vermling Raider level 3 and Vermling Raider level... Well, actually, there's a level 0. Who knew? Okay. Some of the other cool things that happen is you get your characters in a box like this, okay? And you get your figurines in a box right here. These are the 4 different characters and sort of what they do. These boxes we haven't even opened yet because they're for some of the advanced stuff, so we haven't even gotten there yet. And this is another board. We haven't gotten to this one yet either. Inert, waning, and strong. So I guess these are elements that we're going to be dealing with later on too. There's lots of monsters. Each one of these bags is a separate kind of monster. And we have a visitor.
Vermlings!
Vermlings!
Disgusting!
Get out your attack cards! I attack the Vermling with 3 damage, range 2, and then I pull it. My wife is crazy, but awesome. She's crazy, but awesome. Okay, well, now I totally lost track. Okay, so then here are there's so much in the box. I don't know how much this was, Bill. Thank you so much, but this game is action-packed and look at all these monster cards. There's so many monster cards. Bill says the Vermlings are disgusting. Yes, they are. Okay, so how do you play the game? Well, basically you have your player board. This is my character Hatchet. I've got his character sheet here. He's Ham Steel Bucket. He's level 1. He just got some gold. He just bought some items. We haven't even gotten any of these perks yet. We haven't. And this is what really reminds me of the Pathfinder Adventure card game, because you adjust these perks. Like they have a lot of perks kind of stuff in the Pathfinder Adventure card game. Down here, this is the health of the guy, right, of Hatchet, depending on what level he is, how much health he has. And then Hatchet basically has 6 cards in the first couple scenarios. You got 6 cards. So when it's your turn, you have your figurine on the board represented by a hex. You can see the hexes, and you have an objective. There's a whole scenario thing, tells you a little background of the scenario, tells you what the conclusion is. It tells you what is the goal of the scenario, kill all the enemies. Okay, so it's got a lot of reading and tells you exactly what you need to do, which is cool. Now, Hatchet has 6 cards, at least in the basic game. And every turn, you need to choose 2 cards, okay? And basically, I'm just going to choose the top 2 just to give an example to make it easy, because I didn't set this up. This is all left from last night. So I've got Disorienting Barrage and Center Mass, all right? You'll see in the middle of the card, there's a number, 51 and 24. That is the initiative of this. So I need to choose one of these 2 cards, and that is going to be the initiative I go in. And then when we start counting initiative from bottom to top, so this is for, when you go in the round. So I could choose to go maybe mid-round, it's up to 99, or I could go earlier in the round. All right, so I want to choose one of those. But basically, when is my turn, I have to choose one action from the top card and one action from the other card. I do the bottom action. Vermling!
The Voidwarden sent me to warn you that the Hatchet guy is extremely overconfident.
Yes, we ran into some role-playing too. Hatchet kept blocking the Voidwarden from in movement on the board. It was funny. So basically, I could decide to do an attack, a ranged attack for 3, or I could use this card to move 3 and push one target enemy 2. Everything is written on the cards, which is super nice. Now, if I don't want to do this one, or I don't want to do this one, I can always do a basic attack at 2 and a basic move at 2. So you don't have to do the action. And I notice sometimes you actually don't want to do the action for various reasons. Okay, so basically maybe I choose the bottom one here, move 2, and the top one attack. I can do them in any order. By the way, once you choose, the way Ginger and I have it is, this is the card I want to use for the initiative, so I put that face down, and then the other characters do the same thing, and then we reveal them, right? So he's got 63 initiative, he's got 24 initiative. These are our little initiative markers. So Hatchet's going to go first. Then Red Guard's going to go. And then you turn over a card for the monsters, and the monsters have 36. So actually the Vermling Raiders are going to go somewhere in here. Here is how you track your health. We don't even know what this is for yet because we haven't played with it. So then you do your action. So if it's my turn, like I said, I choose one action from the bottom card, one action from the top card, and I activate that. Then the next player goes until you accomplish your missions. That is an extremely convoluted, crazy description of Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. There's a lot to unpack here. Literally, there's things we have not unpacked that are still in the box. There's these cards. I don't know what these are. There's these cards. I don't know what these are. There's item cards. We just uncovered some item cards and bought some items. And then there's these boxes. Now I'll show you some of the scenario stuff. Let me show you some of the rule books real quick. And then we'll end the stream. So here's the Learn How to Play guide. It's very well written. This is one of the best Learn to Play guides I have read. Tells you everything you need to know in very colorful, informational stuff. It's written pretty simply. Tells you how to set up the game, everything. This is it's fantastic actually. And then it tells you, I think, where to stop. So there's a lot to read before you get to scenario 1. So then this is now when you finish scenario 1, that's all you need to know for scenario 1. But now there's just a couple more rules until you get to scenario 2. So now you complete scenario 2, and then there's a few more rules for scenario 3, and then a few more rules for scenario 4. Okay. Then it has this other thing, which is great. Where is it? It is the glossary. Okay. If you don't understand a mechanic, or you need a, you need to get a refresher over it. This glossary is in alphabetical order, and it's fantastic. There's the how to do a sticker, how to do a trap, right? How to do ordering of initiative, how to character ability cards, how to work the monster movement, what's a muddle, right? Obstacle. Unbelievable production value on this game. It's just insane. They did a great job. It is very messy. It is a little confusing. And then this is the scenarios we haven't gotten to yet. This book here that's on the bottom, you play out of the scenario book. Not only is the scenario book to how you to set up, but the maps are actually in the scenario book. So we haven't gotten to these yet. But here's the black ship, the sunken tumor. I don't even know what those are. Here are some of the maps that are in the scenario booklet, right? This is the other scenario booklet. Unbelievable stuff. Whew! I do hope you get a chance to enjoy. Let's see. What did Bill write here? I like the fact that there's no setting up of modular boards like in the original Gloomhaven. Oh, okay, interesting. I did not. I don't remember setting up a board. I guess we did. And Ginger says yes, and I like that you learn how to play as you go. The lengthy rules explanations was a real problem for me with Pathfinder Adventure card game that David loves. And Bill says good point. Yeah, so that's Gloomhaven. I hope you get a chance to try it sometime. I don't know if we'll ever have it at a convention because it's really more of a campaign game. And it's a little bit lengthy and a little bit hard. But so if you go to conventions that me and Ginger go to, we may or may not ever have it. Check it out. If you got questions, email me at dave@gamemastergames.com, and we'll help you out best we can. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Ginger?
Maybe a teaching thing.
Yeah, it might be a teaching thing. It might be a good thing to try to... maybe like a 2-hour block or something like that. Teach it. Maybe at the local library. Maybe we'll run an event at a local library. Something like that. Not too sure. Anyway, I always feel like I talk so much, but I do hope you enjoyed the video. We'd love any feedback you want to give us. And check it out. I hope you get a chance to try either the original Gloomhaven or any of the other expansions. It is fun. It took a while for Ginger and I to have fun, but now that we know how to play, we are really enjoying it. So it's fantastic. Check it out. So with that said, what else we got? Anything else, Bill? Okay. What are we going to keep strong? Oh, I know. Let's see. The Voidwarden. There you go. Okay. So with that said, thanks for joining us. Give yourself 100 experience points. And until we meet again across the internet, there's no dice. There's cards. I forgot to mention there's no dice in this game. It's all card driven. You flip over damage cards, and there's adjustments, either +1 or -1 or just even. Really unique. No, I did announcements at the beginning. Bill said no announcements. But I can say Long Island Tabletop Expo Gaming Convention, April 9 at the Cradle of Aviation Museum. Go to litabletop.com and you can volunteer to You can volunteer to join us, be a game master, or you can volunteer in almost be a role-playing game DM, or you can just join some trading card game systems. There's also going to be some video game stuff there, so check it out. That's LI Tabletop, April 9th. And Ginger says everything is gorgeous in the game, by the way, from the cards to the fighters to the books. Yes, top notch, fantastic production, A+ on production. Okay, so you guys got 100 experience points already, and until we meet again, keep your, what are we going to say? Keep your stickers dry. Keep your items ready, and your vermlings. No, what did you say? Your Voidwarden! I wasn't Vermling strong. And your Voidwarden's strong! The Voidwarden gets extra XP for dying? I don't think so, honey. Negatory. Have a great night. Take care.
You're in so much trouble.
Ginger says I'm in trouble.